All right. Good evening, everybody. Sounds like we're live already, and tonight's going to be a fun night. This is the weekly N6ICW live stream. It is hosted on the N6ICW repeater. You can see all the information up here. I have a scroll bar way up there for you, as well as the different ways to get into the machine there. uh, it is a direct net. You can join at any time once Armand opens the net by saying the suffix of your call sign phonetically. We're live, as you see, on IRLP 7650. We're also live on Echolink at N6ICW-R. And I'll be here as long as the net's running, usually from about 8 p.m. Pacific, 0400 UTC to about 2100 Pacific. I'll be in the chat and ready to answer any questions. I will have my mic muted as the radio audio will be coming through. But any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. Hey, you Jason, how you doing? Cyber Jason's in the chat already. That's fantastic. So give it a few minutes, and Armand will be coming up on the radio. This will be a weekly net, as long as time and everything permits. I will be doing this every week. A good day, Colin. I see you there in the chat. I'll be doing this, as I said, every week, starting at about 7:55 Pacific time, and it lasts hour and a half. We try to go to about 8:45 for the swap nets until things start to wind down, and then we go from there. Oh, and because everyone showed them off last night, yes, I have the Shane's Wiggly Banana shirt. Lots of fun. And I'm going to try something live here. I have, reason why I keep taking my earphones out here, my monitor is set a little too high. So let me bring that down so I'm not literally echoing in my own ear there. All right, there we go. That works a little better. Bring it down a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. All right. About 2 minutes or so until the live stream really gets going as Armand brings everything to life here. Tonight, the live stream is coming to you on the FTM 500. Let's see, get it up in there. As you can see, we're on 147195. Oh, my audio's low now. Well, let's bump it up. How's that sound? Someone let me know in the chat how's my audio doing. Ah, I know why. Okay, that's better. Okay, cool. Good. Instead of turning things down, I can just do this. Let me know how the audio is there. But yeah, the swap net starts at 8 p.m. sharp, and they'll be coming online here in just a second. Good audio now, Sam? All good? 5-9? 5-9 again?
Well, this is the last time we get to say the Northern California swap starts at 0400 Zulu for the next 8 months. Bye bye 0400 and hello 0300. This is a spring ahead version of the Northern California swap. Nice round number, edition number 10 on this leap year. Good evening to one and all. It's WB2ZEI, Whiskey Bravo 2, Zebra Echo India, Armand in Sacramento, here for edition number 10 of the Northern California Swap for this 2024 with the CWID, that's an N6ICW 147 195 with a plus offset, N6ICW 146.94 with a minus offset, and N6ICW on 145.15 in the Reno Tahoe area. I wonder how many feet of snow are around that antenna with a minus offset. However, all repeaters are accessible with a PL of 1, 2, 3. So you're set when you set your PL to 1, 2, 3. And it is the NorCal Swap, and we invite one and all of you to check in, of course, like we do every week. And we invite those who already, or especially have equipment they would like to buy, sell, trade, give away, get repaired, get that junk out of the garage. List it here. Don't cart it all the way up to Loomis. Get that equipment, change it into greenbacks so you can spend them at the Loomis Swap coming up a week. A week from Saturday. We'll talk about that later. So list that equipment here. It's easy. That way you can get somebody to come to your house and pick it up, or you can put one piece of equipment in your car and drive it someplace, or somebody can come with a truck and pick all of that stuff up. Anyway, list it here on the NorCal Swap, and it's easy to join the net. And for those who've been listening to my spiel for 26 some odd, almost 26 years, you know how it works. But if you're just dialing by, twisting that knob, making that decoder flip, and tell you how it works, it is directed net, and we take listings from people who would like to buy, sell, trade, also from people who would like to just check in and say hello. We have a lot of those, so we mix a little bit of swap and a little bit of chat, and we come up with a nice friendly place to hang your whatever on Thursday. So all you need to do to join the net is put out your suffix of your call sign when the net is open for listings, which it will be in a little bit. Then when recognized, ask to come back and give us the following information in, guess what, the following order. First, start out with your full call sign. Use those phonetics. They help a lot. Give us your first name, your location, and the longest list you can put together of items you like to buy, sell, trade. The longer, the better, the more interesting it gets, and the more people like it. So help to preserve and promote the net here. Tell friends about the NorCal Swap. We're still here, still going strong after X number of years, since 2006 on N6ICW, and NorCal Swap itself has been around for quite a number of years. Probably at least 30 or more. And let's see. So, yes, get that list together. Let us know what you got. Give us a brief description of the items you have for buy, sell, trade, giveaway. And let us know what's what. Is it buy, sell, or trade? And let us know how much you want for the item. If it's a sale item, let us know if it's best offer, negotiable, or what the bottom line price is. If you'd like to include shipping in your price, just say shipped. That's at your prerogative. And if you don't say it, the buyer pays it. So that's totally up to you. Also, give us your contact information. That means your email address and or telephone number, whichever is more convenient for you. and then end your transmission with your call sign. And of course, during the net, you know how it works. There are those magic words that get things done. You can say contact, that'll allow you to call a station and move that station off frequency to another simplex repeater channel. If you wish to talk a little bit, you can pass a quick bit of traffic to the station that you have called that does not have to be net related, or you can contact the station that maybe just made a listing. Maybe you have a question about a piece of equipment. Maybe you need to know a little bit more about it than the person originally stated. So contact will allow you to do all of those three things. And I believe Frank, KG6NLW, is streaming us on YouTube tonight. So we'll also acknowledge all those out on social media, on the YouTubers. And thank you for watching and listening. And it's always good to have more people taking part, or at least listening. And maybe they'll figure out a way to take part. Maybe they'll get their ham licenses too, and then they too can be right here where we are. And let's see, you can also say info followed by your call sign if you want to ask me a question about a listing that just got made. If you missed a model number, a price, telephone number, call sign, name, etc., I write it all down, or try to, and we review the list at the end of the net. So if you have to step away to roast some marshmallows or whatever, just come back, and you never know when that comeback time is. It could be quickly, but not before 0445 Zulu. We try to stick around for at least 45 minutes, and sometimes it's tough, sometimes it's easy. Depends who's out there. Anyway, so ask me a question about a listing. I'll try to answer it. If you have a question about amateur radio, ask it as well. Because we have a lot of folks that know a lot of stuff, and when we put all our brains and knowledge together, we got a good treasure trove of things to talk about. So ask away, and don't be ashamed or embarrassed. Sometimes the simplest things just get by us, and I wonder what that's all about. So ask away. We're all equals here. We all started out at the same place in the beginning, so many years ago, or so few months ago. It doesn't matter. And also, while you're out and about, if you see something that needs the assistance of amateur radio, just say break or priority, followed by your call sign, and we'll stop the net, find out what's going on, and how we can help. And one person that's always helping is N6ICW in the flesh. That's our Chris, Uncle Chris, and he is in charge of La Repeater, actually all three of them, plus all the receiver sites and everything that goes with it. They talk about the internet having a backbone. Well, N6ICW has its own built-in backbone, and you know what? We even take votes. So depending on which receiver you come into, the voting system will not send you duplicate ballots. It'll just count the best signal and put you on the repeater, whichever party you may belong to, or none at all. Anyway, so that's how it all works, and thank you to Chris and the control group for all they do to keep that repeater, or the repeaters, going. And it's a great resource to have for the last, since the mid-'80s. So it's been quite a while, and Chris has dedicated a lot of time, effort, and bucks to keeping our wonderful N6ICW going. So thank you to Chris. Anyway, that's how it all works. So we'll open the net, see who's out there tonight, and we'll see how the net progresses. Remember to turn your clock forward on Sunday So you're not an hour late to the Loomis swap. That will happen next Saturday on the 16th. More to come on that. WB2ZEI, Whiskey Bravo 2, Zulu Echo India, Armand in Sacramento, in the Arden Arcade area. Let's open the net and look for a listing or check-in number 1.
November Lima Whiskey.
Yeah, nice little whiskey. Yes, we could do that. And somebody's got an itchy finger. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead, take it away.
Good evening, one and all. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey. And yes, I am live streaming this to YouTube tonight. We have 7 viewers currently. Got the guy in Reno, someone in Alabama, and we got a DX station, a VK5, all the way down there from Australia watching tonight. So, and they all have the access for Echolink and IRLP if both are up and running like Chris usually has them, so they can jump in anytime. So we might over the next little bit give a little extra room for the digital stations to come on in whenever they get a chance. But I'll be out here. I'm paying attention in the background as your home device of whatever for questions and answers, and I'm paying attention to my live stream chat. WB2ZEI in the NorCal Swap, Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey.
Well, okay. Well, since we love cats on this net, we will let the kitties rest their tail. That way, all the digital folks, if they're yeah, yes, sir. See that? They get angry when you step on their squelch tail. Yeah, maybe they got squelch tails. Swap cats have squelch tails. And welcome to all the folks on YouTube from Reno and from VK land. Wow, that's impressive. So welcome to everybody on YouTube, and that's a great way to partake. And as Frank said, we'll let our tails down so all of you can get in. Forget about that a lot. We just pick it up too quickly, and it's hard for the folks to get in. So since we have 7 folks out there, we'll let our tails hang down a little bit. Thank you, Frank, and welcome to all the YouTubers. That's great to hear that they're there. And Alabama and Australia, what a wonderful way to connect. All right, so let's see if anybody else is out there in Northern California or anywhere else for that matter. We have had our share of DX check-ins from over the years from Hawaii, Japan, and Chris himself, N6ICW, checked in one time via Echolink or IRLP right from the shores of, don't remember where he was, but we could hear the waves crashing upon the shore while he was on vacation. I remember that. So welcome one and all. Anybody else for the net tonight?
GI. Kilo, Tango, Victor.
Jack Daniels.
Oh my goodness. I have to say,
A lot of fun
a
people.
big welcome to my bosom buddy, WB2KTP. Howdy, Steve, and good to have you aboard. Wow. The New York contingent. We'll get to Steve in a bit. Thank you. All right. Let's see. WA6FGI. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, good evening to you in the net tonight, Armand.
If you guys have any questions, just
week.
drop it in the chat.
ICOM ID 51A plus 2. Stack of batteries. Has the good diamond antenna on it. The big advanced manual. It's all printed out, comb bound, so if you got a question about what's going on inside the radio, it's right there for you to use. And the small original manual. Take 250 with the radio sets with the batteries. Oh, also, I like to point out, it does D-Start either band on VHF or UHF. And there's a lot in that radio that if you're not familiar with it, it takes a little while to learn it. I was asking 250 with the batteries and no battery charger. For an additional $50, I'll throw in the drop-in battery charger. The batteries are all in pretty good shape. They've had some time on them, but it's be a complete package. $300 with the battery charger, radio, and manuals. Good antenna, and 250 without the battery charger. Call sign is Whiskey Alpha 6 Fox Golf India, and the phone number to contact is 916-344-7571. Back to you, Armand. W2ZEI, WA6FGI.
All right, very good, Gary. Well, I cheated. I cut and pasted, so I got all the info. Thank you for that. We'll recap here. Number 1 tonight, Whiskey Alpha 6, Fox Golf India, WA6FGI. Gary is in the Antelope area, Sacramento, North Highlands, up north a little bit. And Gary has for sale tonight an ICOM India Delta 51 Alpha plus 2, the ID 51A plus 2. Not a Turner plus 2, but an ID 51A plus 2. Yeah, going back a little bit. This is a VHF UHF dual band.
Just to give a recap, this is the newer version of that radio.
Digital mode, and when we say true dual bander, that means you have 2 receivers you can choose from, of course, and that means you can do VHF, 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 UHF, or UHF, UHF. And now if you're confused, you'll have to buy the radio and play with it. Anyway, it is a true dual bander, and you can receive 2 frequencies at once. And like Gary said, he's got a collection of batteries. We'll run them down for you. He's got an 1800 milliamp hour battery, an 1150 milliamp hour battery, 2270 milliamps, and 2000 milliamp hour battery. So he's got a whole collection of power for you. He is the original owner. That means it comes with the original manual and a large printed comb-bound manual, and that covers all the advanced features of the radio in that big manual, everything you always wanted to know about the ID 51A but didn't know who to ask, and so you can look in that manual and find out. He doesn't have a drop-in charger to go with it as stands. He wants 250, would like to see 250 for the ID 51A plus 2. However, for an extra $50, he'll throw in a battery charger as well. So if you don't need the charger, $250. If you do, $300 for the package. And as I said, he's the original owner. And as Gary said too, there is a diamond long duck antenna that goes with the radio. 916-344-7571. Again, 916-344-7571.
That is a great deal.
Full copy, Armand. Thank you very much. WA6FGI.
Okay, thank you, Gary. So now I have to say that I forgot all the people that checked in. So I didn't write it down because I normally don't, because we don't usually have as many. But since Net Control has prerogatives, and Steve might be getting tired because actually it's already after 11 o'clock in New York City, and he wants to go to bed. Let me defer to WB2K TV, and then we'll see who else is there after that. So before you fall asleep on me, Steve, WB2K TV, WB2ZEI. Go ahead, Steve.
WB2ZEI on the net. This is WB2KTV Steve in Manhattan, right down the block from the Empire State Building, which we can see from our bedroom window. I bring you tonight 3 items for sale. First, a pair. You can have them together or you can have them individually. A pair of Kenwood THD 74As. I have a 75 on order, and I'm not going to need the 74s when the 75 comes in. I am not their first owner. I am both their second owner. They were treated like babies when they were owned before me, and I treated them just the same. They're still in tip-top working order. Probably the only visible thing wrong with them is they probably have my fingerprints all over them. These are tri-band D-Star HTs, dual receiver, very similar to the ID51A Plus 2, with the addition of 220. I have standard Kenwood stock batteries. They're 1820 milliamp hour batteries for both of them. What I don't have is a charger to give away. I'm going to retain that for my THS6A, and the drop-in charger that I have, I'm going to retain for my 75 when it comes. You can have the radios without the charger, and I'd like to propose a price of $500 for each one, and I will pay the shipping, so you get a bit of a break on that. My daytime phone number in New York is 212-545-1434. That's 212-545-1434. If you care to email me, I'm good on QRZ. I'll take a short break and I'll tell you about item number 3.
And remember, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat.
Next item up for bid is the R-Finder, the original R-Finder. It's a little on the old side, but it still works. I don't use it. I thought I would, and I've got lots of extras to go with it. I've got the drop-in charger. I've got extra batteries. I think somewhere I might even have the speaker mic for it. I went full in when I bought this thing because I thought it was going to be the last radio I'd ever need. Well, it's not. So it's just sort of sitting here collecting darkness in my drawer. I would like to propose a price of $750 shipped. If that is not agreeable to you and you want to talk about it, I'm willing to talk about it. And that number again is 212-545-1434. That's 212-545-1434. And I'm good on QRZ. Back to you, Armand. I thought I'd surprise you tonight. WB2ZEI, WB2KTV.
Yeah, you sure did, man. Wow. I think I almost slipped off my chair and fell under the table here. Very good. Okay, I got everything. Let's see. I was thinking about something to ask you, but now I don't remember. But anyway. Oh, yes. Why don't you, for the uninitiated, just gotta give us a quick explanation about the R-Finder. You know, a little sales pitch so that people know what it is in case they don't know.
Sure, I'll be happy to. The R-Finder is an analog dual band, both analog and DMR transceiver, and its major coolness factor is that it has software in it. It's based on an Android platform, and it has software in it which queries an nationwide directory of DMR repeaters in your area so that no matter where you are, it will find a DMR or analog repeater for you to use. No need for repeater book, no need to worry about where you are in the country. Just pick up the radio, press a few buttons, and you can find a repeater near you. The radio will set it for you. You can store that location in memory if you want for later retrieval. And you're on the air in whatever town you happen to be in, wherever you may be.
Yeah, it sure sounds like the cat's meow, doesn't it? Yeah, except we had a problem with that because, like you told me, I think you can't use accessibility features like speech and make the radio work at the same time. But of course, it does have a display, so that makes it easy. Alrighty, thank you, sir, and hopefully we can rustle up some activity. Yeah, those THD 74s, people are, looking for them, but being a little overshadowed by the 75, and good for you. I still think it's a lot of money for an HT, but, maybe you'll talk me into it after, after you get yours. Alrighty, number 2 tonight, my good friend surprised me from New York City, from Manhattan, Whiskey Bravo 2, Kilo Tango Victor, WB2KTV. Steve in New York City has a pair of THD 74 Alphas. This is the predecessor to the new THD 75, which is probably about $250 more expensive. But this is a tri-band D-Star HT, as Steve said, 2 meters, 220, 450 with extensive wideband coverage. So he's got 2 THD 74s. He is the second owner, and both the first and the second owners treated these HTs like we treat our cats, like our little babies. And he would like $500 for each of the THD 74s. So that means 2 people will get something. So no reason to fight over them. So anyway, and he will ship them for $500 each, shipped to your door. No battery charge though, but $35 or so. Even on Amazon, you can pick these charges up really cheap. So $500 each for the THD 74s. And he also has an R finder, and this is a DMR analog transceiver. As Steve said, he is the original owner, and he's got lots of extras to go with it: a drop-in charger, extra batteries, speaker microphone. He was all excited about it, but it turns out it does present some accessibility issues, which most of you don't have to tussle with. $750 shipped to your door, and he's willing to negotiate on that as well. So don't call him now. He's 3 hours ahead of us. It's Z time in Manhattan. But tomorrow, when we wake up here on the West Coast, he'll be already finished eating breakfast. 212-545-1434 in the Big Apple. 212-545-1434. Steve also lets us know he's good on QRZ. Thank you, Steve. And maybe we could figure out how to get the SwapNet on the Blind Hands Network. What do you think? WB2KTV, WB2ZEI.
Oh, I think that could be deranged. We'll see what we can do. Thanks a lot for taking my check-in and my items. WB2ZEI, WB2KTV is clear.
You could always rip the audio from my live stream and put it on the Blind Hams list.
Yeah, well, Steve's the guru. He'll figure it out. Alrighty, yes, and my clock just said 8:30, which means it's 11:30 back in Manhattan. And, well, make some comments, but I won't. So hopefully everybody's safe back there, as long as you're not riding the subways. Alrighty, thank you, Steve. WB2KTV, good to hear you on N6ICW, WB2ZEI. And let's see, who I know John was there, KJ6JD, and let's see, in that barrage, anybody else? I'll acknowledge John. Let me see who else is out there as well, and then we'll get to John as well. Okay, Jeff is here, AK6OK. Who else?
Delta Yankee India. Delta Yankee India.
Wow. Okay, Pat. Patrick, how are you too? Oh man, I'm definitely falling off my chair. All right, let's see. We
Everyone's
got three of
coming
you
out of the
here.
woodwork
Pat
tonight.
and Jeff.
Everyone's coming out of the woodwork tonight.
KJ6JD, how you doing there, John?
Hi there, Armand. I can't complain a bit. I liked your roll call there. As long as Jeff's around, I'll give him a quick little message, if it's okay. KJ6JD, AK6OK. I've got two 2000s in the back of my truck. I got a meth bar, and I'm hoping to maybe get them out there tomorrow or perhaps Saturday. And I've also got a Collins at the shop that I always thought was going to develop a relationship with you. But anyway, we can chat when I see you or on the phone sometime. I just wanted to give you a heads up while I'm here. And I also got a quick little announcement.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
It's not too urgent this month because we're way the devil out in, it looks like a full 2 weeks from tonight on the 21st that we're going to be having the ham zams out there at Mountain Mike's in Folsom. And 717 East Bidwell, I believe. The way to sign up is go online to folsomhamexams.org. That's plural, folsomhamexams.org. And just follow the instructions on the website. It's also modern and all, and you can pay us with PayPal and be down the road, and you come in, we hand you the test, you fill it out, and get your license a lot quicker than you used to. Anyway, I just wanted to make people aware that's coming up on the 21st, Thursday, out there at 6 p.m., and be there or be square, like they say. What else is exciting? Oh, no, I'll let you get on with it tonight because you got a few good people standing by. And, Jeff, I'll be chatting with you more in the next day or so. KJ6JD, the news from the front.
Alrighty, John, very good. I'm going to jump in here because I know we'll swing it over to Jeff. So tell me, how was the breakfast or brunch last week? How many people came to Brookfields on Madison Avenue, our usual get-together the first of the month?
Well, we're small but mighty, like I like to say, frail but proud. Anyway, Tim made it out there, and Walter and Margaret, and let's see, was there anybody else? Oh yeah, that Jack Daniels character was there. KJ6JD. Looking for recruits out there.
I hear that Jack Daniels character is one funny guy.
Yeah, you got to be careful. He's a strong cup of tea.
Yeah, as Curtis Fleetwood would say, two scorpions in a brandy glass.
I'll listen to you guys.
Yeah, I'm listening to you guys. All right, very good. Thank you, John. And yeah, KD6MDV, and see, I have a senior hour here. I can't remember Walt's call sign, of course. I should remember that. But anyway, but good. I'm glad Walt and Margaret were there as well. And small, intimate, and good company, John. There you go.
Yeah, no, yeah, I knew you'd hear me. Walt's wife, Margaret, is also a ham. Her father was essentially the guy that built most of the original installation and licensed Channel 3, and had long history with them of performing miracles when he was called upon to do so. It's always fun to get the stories about those days. KJ6JD, moving away like an old guy.
Creak. Yes, I know how that feels. Oh boy, getting up those stairs. All right, very good. Thank you, John. Yes, and John Kelly, KCRA. Yeah, walked the halls of KCRA for a couple of years, so good place. Alrighty, and AK60K. Let's see, I cut and pasted already. Do you want to do it, or you want me to, or do you want to add something?
Oh, I've got more. That's still a good listing. The 890. Same price, same deal. And John, tomorrow's fine. I will be there till about noon to 1 o'clock, and then Saturday I will be there from about 7 in the morning until about 10 or so. Does that work, John?
We'll see if I can move tomorrow that quickly. Yeah, mornings are tough for me getting out of here. But anyway, yeah, you're a morning person, so I'll try and function within that parameter.
Okay, I just acquired a lot of good stuff for you. So there's a bunch of trade material, which you'll hear about in just a second. Are you ready, Armand?
I am ready. Fingers poised.
Hey, Jeff, before you go away, there's a big disparity in levels between you and Armand and the other people that I've heard tonight. You're relatively low. KJ6JD. There's always a criticism in there.
But and that's in really nice condition. You've got the table, the power cable, you've got the mic and all that thing. I think I got the manual. I think it's hot. And price wise, let's start at around 700. I think it's worth more than that actually. But and then I'm going to be taking that to the swap. I might list this on QRZ tomorrow. I'm also thinking about doing that. So. Got that one?
John was saying that you're soft and mellow tonight, like the night bird, you know, Allison Steele. So tell me what the piece of equipment was. I got the price. I just need to know what it is.
You're talking over me again.
Yeah, anybody could talk over you. You're so soft. You modulate more. You got a good signal.
Signal is definitely solid, just needs a lot more audio. I had to bump the gain up to hear you.
Oh my gosh, you guys. What a bunch of weenies. Okay, we good now?
We're good now.
That was a TS590S. A TS590S, 700. Okay, let's go. Number 2 is the TS2000. And John, bring those because I'm working on them. I'm putting in kits in them and stuff. TS2000. Excellent shape, works perfect. Checked it out today. 103 to 105 watts on every band. What more can I say? And it's receiving at 0.2 microvolts. I don't think you can get any better than that. Let's start that at 800 and go up. There you go. How about that?
Hey, with that 2 microvolts, maybe 0.2. Maybe I should trade you mine for yours.
This is a hot one. I'll tell you that. Number 3. An FT718. 718, is that what it is? The battery operated job?
817.
I have dyslexia. 817, thank you. And I just ordered a new battery for it, and a new charger. And what else did I get? Oh, multiple antennas. It's got the, what's it called? Mildal, I believe the antennas. It's got the, I think it's 75 meters, 40 meters, 20 meters, 15, and 10. Meter antennas, and it's got the pull-up. Now, what did I do? I'm timing out my own radio.
Yeah, pull-up what?
Pull-up antennas. You know, the pull-up antennas that are portable for soda and that kind of a thing?
Yeah, you mix them in the glass with soda. Okay.
Yeah, like you do in New York. And there are 2 sets of those. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. So I haven't even thought about a price.
on radio.
Yeah, you gotta give that radio a good squeeze.
Took it off the charger. It's empty.
Oh, now you dropped out of the receiver.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, okay, we got the 817. What else in that big giant warehouse?
There is I don't know the model, an Electrap tuner 500, KAT 500.
Yeah, Cat 500.
Okay, got one of those in beautiful condition with a manual and all that. Those sell. Oh my gosh, my radio's.
Yeah, I think he needs to use that TS2000 with 100 watts.
I think he needs more than 100.
100 will do. Okay, let's see. Well, too bad we don't have auto patch. We can call him up. Okay, let's see. We got the Cat 500 with the manual. We have a price on that, Jeff? Or maybe we should go to Patrick and let Jeff find in his plethora of radios the one that works. As they say, hey Frank, put him on hold, and we'll take the next one. We'll come back to Jeff. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
All right, N2DYI WB2ZEI. Hi, Pat.
Armand, how you doing? It's been a while, and I have to say it was very sad to see Jeff's audio and signal separately degrading as time went on. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, he doesn't degrade, just his signal and his audio. But we'll get back. We'll put him on hold, and we'll get back to him.
Absolutely. Can't complain about that. Man, it's been a long time since I've checked in here, probably about a year and a half. And speaking of that, I still have one of the listings that I listed with you originally. How good is your record keeping?
Okay. Well, you know how the Braille note works. Let me see. N2DYI. Here he is. Yes, Patrick in Rockaway, New York. Let's see. He's got a. Let's see if I can remember. Let's see. New York, New York. Okay. BY, HF, VHF, parts. I don't remember it enough. Let me see. Yeah, maybe you need to give it to me again because I don't remember it all. So I must have written some of it down and, yeah, go ahead. But I do have it. I can tell you the date, too.
Hey, that's better than I could do without writing it down, but you did. So anyway, yeah, I still have that the HF VHF parts preamp for ICOM radios with RJ45 microphone connectors. So that would be radios like the IC703, 706, I think the 718, a couple of VHF, UHF mobile radios. This is a Ukrainian-made device, plugs directly in line with the mic jack on your radio. The microphone plugs into that. It gives you some additional preamplification, multi-band EQ, compressor, expander, and I think even a little delay line just for fun. I bought it 3 years ago. It's been sitting here because I got the wrong device, can't use it, and I would love to make that yours for $50 shipped. Or if you have something of equal value that you decide you don't need and you'd rather have this, we can talk about that as well.
Okay, so the company is called HF VHF Parts, right?
Affirmative. HF VHF Parts. It's a company well known for making transverter kits as well.
Okay, I think the thing that threw me was had put by BY in front of it. But okay, so that meant they are the ones that made it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and I think you want to give your phone number, then I'll reread it.
Sure thing. You can contact me, call or text 336-509-6985.
5583. Again, that's 336-509-5583. My email is also good on QRZ. And my call is November 2, Delta Yankee, India.
Yeah, I can't stay up at night thinking about phonetics, so we'll call you N2 driving you insane. Okay, yeah, let me read through this and let's see if we got it all correct. Number 4 tonight. We'll get back to Jeff in just a minute. N2DYI, N2 Delta Yankee India. It's Patrick, and the Rockaways in Long Island. He's right near the beach. He's got by HF VHF Parts. That's the name of the company. It's an inline microphone preamp for ICOMs with an look at that. It's exactly the way you said from so long ago. And for ICOMs, 703, 718, and stuff. It has an RJ45 plug on it. It has an equalization, a compressor, and yeah, I see 706, 703, 2700, 5100. Okay, and I see a price drop here, so that's good. So last time he listed that so long ago was it was $75, but now with Bidenomics it's $50. I bet you Joe Biden, he'd be surprised at that. He said, "Oh wait, I think the price is supposed to go up." Anyway, so I will change that to $50. Now, do you still have that Shark open spot as well?
No, I did make that go away back in September of 2022, and that was probably around the last time I checked in here as well.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So let me get rid of that. Oh, yes, and he did say, okay, let's see, how about the ICR6? We're going back in time.
You know what? I forgot I had that radio. So yeah, sure. Let's go with that. I like this idea of selling stuff that you forget you had.
Okay. So he's got the ICOM ICR6 receiver. It has 1,300 channels in it, and you know you can program them all to N6ICW. 100 kilohertz to 1.4 gigahertz. Let's see, it does AM, FM, wide FM. It comes with the programming cable, RT system software, no charger, but it does take AA batteries, which, yeah, they're all over the place. Let's see, for 4.5, let's see, 4.5 volts. Okay, so it's, or 4.5 volt charger with a rubber duck, $75 shipped. And then now I get to your phone number, which is 336-509-5583. And you can call or text. There we go. Resurrected from the archives.
Well, congratulations. You did better than me because you had a record of a thing that I forgot I even had.
Gotta love Armand's record keep.
Well, you know, I go back to 2014 with my nice little file. Yep, it's all there. Okay, very good, Pat. I hope you're keeping your head above water in the Rockaways. All kinds of wacky stuff going on in New York City that I hear about. So hope you're safe out there.
Hey, we're doing what we can, right? Not a whole lot terribly exciting going on in my actual neighborhood with all this stuff going on in New York City. It's kind of funny because my mom, you know, a lot of times some big thing is happening in Manhattan, and my mom will go, "Oh, what's is that what? How's that affecting you? And I'm like, well, that's like a whole bunch of miles away. It's the Rockaways and Manhattan might as well be two different states.
Question.
Go ahead, Frank.
Hey, Patrick, are you on any digital talk groups at all? Someone in the YouTube chat says your call sign sounds familiar.
Not regularly, but I do show up because of my bridging stuff on several talk groups. But myself, I don't get on digital modes all that often personally, but I have.
All right, fantastic. KHE6NLW. Thanks, Armand.
Alrighty, Patrick, and I do miss you with Joe Steinkamp and all your great work with Joe Steinkamp and JJ Meadow. Those were the good old days. You did a lot of great work. Of course, Patrick is also a great. Well, he forgot more than I'll ever know, and he's a great audio production engineer type guy. So. There you go. Good to have you here, Pat. You and Steve as well. What a treat. All righty. Thank you, sir. And hopefully you'll move some of that stuff along with Steve as well. AK60K, did you find a radio?
I did. Is my audio good? My radio working?
Yeah, I do hear you. Okay, let's see. Where were we? We were at let's see, two sets of antennas. Oh, the Cat 500. Do you have a price for that?
Call it 600 and we can talk about it. There you go. And I think I'll leave it at that. I've got more stuff, but I got to get ready for bed here.
Oh, shucks. Okay. And I was thinking, I had my checkbook all ready.
For what? Let's talk.
Okay. Yeah, well, let's see. We'll see how it goes. All righty, Jeff. You want to add anything here?
Bunch of cool stuff to the swap. Some old stuff. As for an S38C receiver, there's an S38. It's not a C. S38 receiver. There you go. Oh, Howler Crafting there.
Yeah, do you want to list those, or you just going to bring them to the swap?
I'm going to bring that to the swap. I may end up bringing a trailer to the swap this time because I have so much stuff to move. So it's going to be let's much them dog we can get this thing over there.
Okay, well, we'll go with what we got now, and we'll go with that. Thank you, Jeff. AK60K, WP2ZEI, and the NorCal swap. Let's read back Jeff's listing here. Number 3 tonight, Alpha Kilo 6 Oscar Kilo Jeff in Lincoln, sometimes in Rockland, and you just never know where he's going to show up. He's got a TS890 for sale. This is one down from the flagship 990. It comes with an MC60 mic. It's a 100-watt radio, and Jeff wants to remind us this TS890, as many know, there is no sub-receiver in it. Kenwood did not make it that way, but it's still a great radio. $3,300 for the TS890 Sugar, and he will drive only 100 miles. So Steve and Patrick, if you want it, you're going to have to fly out here to pick it up. He's not going to drive to New York. Anyways, he will drive 100 miles to deliver it, or, hey, wait, guys, he can ship it too. And he's real good at that. I can attest to that. So $3,300 for the TS890 Sugar. Drive to meet him, or he will ship it. He also has a Tango Sierra 590 Sugar. That is the venerable TS590. You can read about it on the internet, 160 through, I think, 6. I always get confused between the TS590S and the SG. I think the S has 6 meters in it. and he would like $700 for the TS590 Sugar. He has a TS2000 that puts out 103 to 105 watts on all bands, and a .2 microvolts sensitivity as well. That's really good. $800 for that. That's a good price. He also has a Fox Tango 817 by Yaesu, the backpack radio. He's got a new battery pack to go with it, and a new charger, and multiple antennas, those pull-up antennas. He's got 2 sets of them for 75, 40, 20, 15, and 10 that you can use for summits on the air, or railroads on the air, or whatever, or in your backyards on the air. And 2 sets of those. Oh, I know, I missed that. Jeff, if you're still there, you dropped out and I didn't see that till now. What was the price on the 817?
I think we're going to start at 600 on that one too. Yeah, I believe we were talking to Craig today. We're going to do care centers on the air too pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we'll have to get him set up. Okay, 600 for that. Yeah, we'll have to find a place for him to set up. And he also has an Elecraft Cat 500. Your kitty cat can sleep on there and get his fur in the tuner. A Cat 500 by Elecraft with the manual. It matches the K line, the K3 line. I guess the K4 as well. $600, or Jeff says he'll talk about it. 916-205-2200. 916-205-2200. Don't call him now if you think his radio was weak. He needs to get some shut-eyes. That way he'll be stronger tomorrow, and he'll be able to talk real loud. Tell him tomorrow when you wake up, because he'll already be awake. 916-205-2200.
You got a great memory, and I don't have my phone. I left my phone in my office today. Really stupid, but anyway, I'll be there in the morning at 7 o'clock or so.
Yeah, isn't it awful when you leave your phone? I was at KOVR Monday, so we left, right? We're on the way home with my friend. All of a sudden, I put my hand down. Oh, no, I left my phone at the station. So the poor guy, real kind, he went all the way back to the station, picked it up, and then I had a medical appointment. So, yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah, like Margaret says, that F word, I forgot. So, all righty, Jeff, give him a call in the morning, 916-205-2200.
Thank you, Armand. Thanks for all your patience, you guys, with my radio problems and my memory problems and everything else.
Yeah, well, we all have that. Memory problems. Radio problems, no. Memory problems, yes. Okay, thanks, Jeff. Very good. And we got Patrick's listing here as well. That's all done. Anybody else for the net tonight?
Oh, I may have to start playing crickets for you, Armand.
Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, because 9 and 7 are 16. Yes, the day before St. Patrick's Day. And, Patrick has a day named after him. So, anyway, the day before his day is the Loomis Ham Swap. And, if you guys hop the plane right out of JFK, you can be here for the Loomis Swap on Saturday the 16th. It starts at 7 a.m. for the sellers, and it is 9 o'clock on the dot, or just about. WB2ZEI with the NorCal Swap on N6ICW. So the sellers, be there at 7 o'clock or a little bit before with your flashlights. Although this Sunday we do jump the clock ahead, and hopefully they're saying next weekend the weather will be good. No rain, hopefully. We'll find out. But they're forecasting nice weather. Thank goodness. So 7 o'clock for the sellers, 6 o'clock for those guys with the tractor trailers, those 53-foot tractor trailers with full of radio equipment. They'd have to take at least an hour to set up. So 6 o'clock for the sellers, the buyers. No, 6 o'clock, what am I saying? 6 o'clock for the sellers, 7 o'clock for the buyers. I get all confused of who's buying and selling. $10 per space, and as Frank would tell you, hamfest.w6ek.org to read this in some kind of logical order on the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club website, hamfest.w6ekokilo.org. Hopefully they'll get a good turnout. A lot of things going on, BE testing, club mentors, all kinds of stuff. Sierra Foothills is really active in all the things they do. So everybody's kind of looking forward to that.
And actually, if you drop Hamfest from that and just go to w6ek.org, they have it there on the homepage now.
Okay, there's our research and development department working overtime to bring you the latest info. So even people from Australia, they have to start a little earlier, but they can come as well.
Yeah, they should probably leave Thursday to get here on Saturday morning.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right. It's like going to Dayton, right? All right, very good. Thank you, Frank. KG6NLW, WB2 with NorCal Swap on N6ICW. Armand in Sacramento, having a good time tonight. To good friends here on the net, and all the good friends here on the net tonight. Anybody else to join in?
Romeo Oscar.
Oh, okay, yeah, Rick, you hit that mic a little hard, but it took me a second to realize who that was. KM6ZRO. Big Rick, how you doing?
Oh, having a little bit of problem with the foot switch.
Yeah, turn your mic gain down a little too. So that would help. Yeah, that way you won't be a little distorted. But yeah, we all have problems with those foot switches eventually. They don't like getting stepped on for years.
Except this was a brand new one.
Yeah, well, then it's got to go back, right?
Actually, it was put together by a friend of mine, K6GEM, and it's been working pretty well. But I think I might be having a little bit of trouble with my foot. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it sounds good now. Yeah, and back off from that mic a little bit, as you sounding fine. All right, yeah, well, very good. Yeah, sometimes I have one broken one up here on my shelf, and so yeah, eventually they wear out. And yeah, I was sorry to hear that Bob Heil passed away. My goodness, it was sad to hear that too. He was icon in the ham radio world, of course, with all the great things he did with Heil Sound. That talking about foot switches and Heil Sound reminded me. I think he passed away recently. So hi, Bob. Bob's looking down and listening to all our audios. So yep, good to hear you, Rick. And yep, sometimes the foot does slide off the switch. John will tell you that. KJ6JD. Me too, especially if you have thick rubber shoes.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Anything else going on up in Rockland?
No, but I do hope to get away to the swap meet up there at Lincoln. What is it? Good Lord, just forgot. Anyway, there's a swap meet come up on the 16th, I believe.
Yes, sir. It'll be the old Loomis train station, 5775, which I didn't say before. 5775 Horseshoe Bar Road, the old Loomis train station. and they have a lot of nice eating places around there as well. So hopefully you'll be able to get out to Loomis.
I'll certainly give it every try. In fact, I'll find a way to get there.
Yep, we all got to do that one way or the other. Alrighty, Rick, thanks for stopping by and sharing part of your evening with us. And don't forget to set your clock back on Sunday. I mean, forward. My goodness, yeah, talk about forgetting. Yikes. All right, maybe I better quit while I'm ahead. KM6ZRO WB2ZEI. Too much fun was had during the swap, I guess. All righty. Anybody else for the net tonight? And of course, keep people up to date. 12th, 13th, and 14th of April is the Visalia DX convention, and they're going to be having about 20 seminars about various DX expeditions to various parts of the globe, plus about 24 nice prizes, and a lot of the vendors come out for the DX convention in Visalia that happens every year in the Central Valley. And it's dxconvention.com, I believe, dxconvention.com. So if you like, mark your calendar for that one. If you're a big DXer, like to keep up what's going on with all those challenging expeditions that all the avid hams put together to go hither and yon, that's a convention that you don't want to miss.
dxconvention.org.
Org, okay, yes, yeah, orgs and comms, sometimes they get confused. dxconvention.org, and that's why Frank is here to keep me on the straight and narrow. Thank you, Frank.
No problem. But dxconvention.com does redirect to it, so either or works.
Yes, either org. Okay, got it. Okay, so I was only half wrong. All right, dxconvention.org or dxconvention.com. Very good. Thanks, Frank. All righty, maybe we'll do one or two more call-outs and see if anybody else is there. If not, I will read the list. We got 4 real nice listings tonight, too. Anybody else join us on the NorCal Swap edition number 10 for this pre-spring forward edition of the Swap. Remember, next week, 0300 Zulu, 8 o'clock, local time. Let's see, Frank, any more additions to the YouTubers out there? We had 7. How are we looking?
Looks like we have maybe 10 or 11 people. Andy Cowley is in the chat. That means we can officially get started. And he is from England. I don't remember where, so I'm not about to butcher where he's from. And there's others in there. They're just lurking, but I'm sure they're having fun listening to this and watching me make funny faces and give you great thumbs ups and all this other fun stuff there. WB2ZEI and the NorCal Swap. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey. It says 10 viewers, just over an hour and 15 minutes into the live stream.
Alrighty, great. Well, hello to all those the YouTubers out there, England and Australia, Alabama, and I know, of course, we have Patrick and Steve from New York, and of course, all of us in NorCal. Great to have everybody here. Thanks for everybody being there. Yeah, that's a way to get the word out. about the swap. And of course, they can always join in via IRLP and Echolink on N6ICW. So let's see, we'll take one more standby, and then just so we don't put everybody to sleep, I will read the list. That'll wake everybody up a little bit with all the nice equipment we have. Anybody else join the net from wherever you are and however you would like to join us?
Well, I will say real quick, there's one ham here in the chat. They don't have anything like this where they're at, so it's nice. They said it's real nice for them to listen in and see how this is done out here. All right, let's see if there's anyone else out there before you read the list and wrap things up.
Alrighty, anybody else for the net tonight? Edition number 10.
This is Kilo Oscar 6 Charlie India Victor out of Stockton, California. My name is James. How are you?
All right, see, very good. There you go. Hi, James. How you doing? KO6CIV, WB2ZEI from Stockton. Sounds like you're, where are you on your way to?
I'm mobile. I'm heading home right now. This is my very first check-in. I just got my license in December and been listening, and finally got the courage to check in somewhere.
Well, boo! I'm glad you did. Well, don't be scared. Nothing to be scared about. You know, we all started out quivering behind the microphone to make that first contact. So good to have you here. And you coming home from work tonight? By the way, name is Armand, ARMAND, WB2ZEI, Whiskey Bravo 2, Zulu Echo India. I'm in Sacramento, the Arden Arcade area. You're down in Stockton. On the way home from work?
Yep, I'm on my way home from work. Just pulled in the driveway and was listening to you guys for a while and decided I'd just check in.
Yeah, good, great. Where do you work? What do you do?
My main job, I work 2 jobs right now. Times are tough, and got too many hobbies to pay for. But I work at a United Rotary Brush, making street sweeper brushes. I'm the maintenance there, and I work part-time over a local AutoZone to get some car discounts.
Yeah, right. You know, if we had enough time, we could work for all our favorite hobby companies that we're interested in, get some of those employee discounts. All righty, James, very good. Well, congratulations on getting your license, and don't be shy. We're here every Thursday at 8 o'clock local time, so if you're on the way home and we're still around, by all means, check in and say howdy. Good to have you aboard. The NorCal Swap's been around for quite a while, and it's always good to have new people aboard. And if you ever need to buy, sell, trade, or anything, we'd like to hear from you. But have a good night, get some grub, and get some rest. And then, you know, we do the same thing tomorrow again. But tomorrow is the last day of the week, so hopefully you won't be working too hard over the weekend. Take care. Good to hear you. Thank you for stopping by. KO6 Charlie India Victor reminds me of the ICOM interface, the CIV, or was that CI5? Well, yeah, well, that's the V is a 5 Roman numeral. Anyway, yeah, a little bit of esoterica. KO6 CIV. Thanks, WB2ZEI.
All right, thank you very much. Kilo Oscar 6, Charlie India Victor 73, over to you.
All right, take care, James. Have a good night. Thank you. All right, anybody else? Last call, and we'll let the tail drop for all those digital folks that are just clamoring to get in. Anybody else? Well, I hate to think what time it is in England. What is it? Yes, it's early in the morning in England, and probably, I'd have to ask my my Echo, what time is it in Australia, but thank you for all those folks for staying up late, Steve and Patrick as well. All right, let's review the list before everybody goes to sleep here, and we'll get through that as well in probably a little longer than we'll see. We'll see how we can do here. Number one tonight, WB2ZEI, Armand in Sacramento, reading the list for the Northern California swap for the 7th of March. Number one tonight, Whiskey Alpha 6 Fox Golf India WA6FGI. Gary in Sacramento is offering an ICOM India Delta 51 Alpha Plus 2. This is a dual band VHF UHF handheld, 2 meters and 70 centimeters. It is a true dual band radio with 2 receivers, and you can listen to 2 frequencies at the same time. VHF and UHF, mix them up. He's got a whole collection of batteries to go with it. An 1800 mAh, 1150 mAh, 2270 mAh, and a 2000 mAh battery. And he is the original owner, and he does have the original manual, plus a large in size, printed comb-bound manual. This is an advanced manual for the ID51 Alpha, everything you always wanted to know about it, and then some. He does not have a drop-in charger in his regular package, but he can include one. It also comes with a diamond long duck antenna. So for the radio itself, $250 if you'd like a charger, so you don't have to go out and look for one. He will let you have the charger for $50 more. So $300 altogether. You got the radio, all the batteries, the manuals, the antenna, and the chargers as well. He is the original owner, as I said, and you can call Gary if you're interested. Remember, $250 for the radio, $300 for the radio batteries, and the charger included. 916-344-7571. 916-344-7571. Number two tonight, Whiskey Bravo 2, Kilo Tango Victor, WB2KTV. Steve in Manhattan, in New York City, has a pair. So if you've been coveting and thinking about that THD-74, he's got 2 of them just waiting for new homes. 2 THD-74As. This is a tri-band D-Star HT with extended receive coverage, 2 meters, 220 megahertz, and 450 megahertz. They've been treated with tender, loving care, and he has also an 1800 milliamp hour battery to go with it, but he's going to hold on to the battery chargers, which are easy to get. The KS35, I believe. So those are easy to get. $500 for each of those THD-74s, and he will ship them to you for that price. Steve also has an R-Finder radio transceiver. This is an analog DMR, do everything for you transceiver. No matter where you are, it'll go into an online database, find either a local analog or DMR repeater and set you up with it. He's got a lot of accessories to go with the R-Finder. Got a drop-in charger, extra batteries, and a speaker mic. Steve can't use it because the speech is not accessible when you're using the radio. We thought it was originally. So we were all happy about that, but didn't turn out that way. $750 for the R-Finder, and again, he will ship it to you for that. And he says, If you really love the R-Finder, he is willing to negotiate. And remember, they're 3 hours ahead of us, so give Steve a call in the morning when you wake up, and he'll already be having lunch, or depending on how early. Now, if you're Jeff, he wakes up early. Steve will probably just be sitting down to breakfast. 212-545-1434. 212-545-1434, and the email is your speed. He's also good on QRZ. And speaking of Jiffy Jeff, Alpha Kilo 6 Oscar Kilo, Jeff is in Lincoln, and Jeff has a whole bunch of stuff here. Nice stuff, too. Starting out with a Kenwood Tango Sierra 890. That's a TS-890. Comes with a Mike Charlie 60 desk mic. There's a 100-watt radio. And Jeff reminds us, no sub-receiver on the TS-890, but still a great radio in its own right. $3,300 for that. He will ship it. He's good at that, and or he will drive within 100 miles to meet you and hand over the radio. $3,300 for that. He also has a Kenwood, the little TS-590 Sugar. Again, a very popular radio for $700. He also has a TS-2000 that he's gone through, and he says puts out 103 to 105 watts on all bands, and it's 0.2 microvolt receive sensitivity, which is really good. $800 for that TS-2000, plus even more, a Fox Tango 817 from Yaesu, that QRP backpack radio. Comes with a new battery and a new charger and multiple sets of those pull-up soda antennas. He rattled a name off at me, but I didn't write it down. He's got 2 sets of them. The antennas for 75, 40, 20, 15, and 10. So all the major amateur bands, and 2 sets of those. And he'd like $600 for the 817 and the antennas. And the list continues. He's also got an Elecraft KAT 500 watt antenna tuner. This is an auto tuner with a manual for $600 as well. And he's willing to talk about that one. So maybe there's a little bit of wiggle room. Tomorrow, give him a call, 916-205-2200. Again, 916-205-2200. And from the shores of the Atlantic Ocean in Rockaway in Queens, New York, N2DYI, N2 Delta Yankee India, Patrick from the Rockaways. Patrick has, it's by HF VHF parts. They're also known for their transverters, but this is an inline preamp for ICOM radios and for various ICOMs. It's got a lot of neat audio stuff in it. It interfaces with an RJ45 plug, features equalization, compression, and amongst other things. It can be used on an ICOM 706, 703, 2700, 5100, and various ICOMs. And he would like $50, and I believe he said he would ship it to you for that amount of money. And let's see, where are we? How come that happened? Let me see. I went to the bottom, top of the list. So that's what happens with note takers. Okay, let me go back to find his other stuff. Okay, he also has an ICOM R6, the ICR6 wideband receiver. And it covers from 100 kilohertz to 1.4 gigahertz, AM, FM wide FM, and a whole bunch of stuff. Comes with the programming cable, RT system software. Doesn't have any charger, but it does take AA batteries or a 4.5 volt charger, which you can probably find easily. And it comes with a rubber duck antenna as well. And he'll ship it to you for $75. And same rules apply for the Eastern Time Zone for Patrick. 336-509-5583 to get a hold of him. 336-509-5583. You can call or text that number. And if you love email, Patrick is also good on QRZ. I'm sorry, who was that?
Jack.
Who?
N6ICW. Armand, do you copy?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Tony. I thought you were saying Chuck. Couldn't figure out what that was. Yeah, N6ICW. Go ahead, Tony.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sitting on the couch with a handheld watching the Kings win here. What was the guy with the R6, his call sign over?
Oh, yeah, that's Patrick. Patrick, November to Delta Yankee India, N2DYI.
Thank you, sir. Look forward to seeing you at the swap, Armand. Thank you.
All right, Pat. Well, Tony, I'm glad the Kings are winning. I know somebody in the house here will be happy about that. What's the score?
The final, it's final. They just finished it. They just beat the Spurs, I think, by 2 points. And I don't see the final, but it was close.
Yeah, those guys on the TV, man, they never like to say the score because I guess they think everybody can see it on the screen. Alrighty, thanks, Tony. That's N2DYI, and you can do email or text them if you like. You can look them up on QRZ.
129 to 131.
29, 131 Kings.
Wow, okay, they just squeaked by. Good for them. All right, yeah, they beat the Lakers last night and the Spurs tonight, so they're looking good. Hopefully we'll light the beam tonight. N6ICW, thanks, Tony. WB2ZAI, take care.
3 Armand.
Alrighty, anybody else with any other comments, traffic, or anything else for the net tonight before we close it down for today? Good net with a lot of good check-ins, and glad to have our buddies aboard.
It is currently 3:28 tomorrow afternoon for VK land.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, almost, have to figure that out. Okay. Yeah. Almost, okay, I'll have to figure. I can't do the math in my head and talk at the same time. Alrighty, thank you, Frank. Anybody else with anything else for the net?
It's about 18 hours.
Yeah, nice way to spend the afternoon, I guess. Listen to the swap net. Alrighty, nothing heard, so it is 0529 UTC. And that'll do it for this edition of the Northern California Swap. We'll be back again next week, and hopefully we'll have even more fun next week. We'll find out. And at that time, the Loomis Swap will only be less than 2 days away. So don't forget to turn your clocks ahead this Sunday and enjoy the weather over the weekend. And hopefully it won't rain too hard. Maybe we'll see the sun out here in the latter part of next week. And it won't rain on Loomis, or maybe it'll be a little warmer than it has in the past year. So everybody have a great week. We'll do it all again next week at 0300 Zulu, 8 o'clock local time. And everybody have a great week. N6ICW, WB2ZAI, clearing closing the Northern California swap. We'll call it 0530 UTC. Good night, all. WB2ZAI.
Good night, Armand 73 KG6 NLW. Man, my voice gets to me.
And good night to all the folks listening on YouTube. Great to have you along.
And with that, I'm going to say 73 to all of you. And remember, ham on and ham harder.